Всем привет, друзья! Мы продолжаем проходить игру Vampyr. Ровно с того момента в диалоге, как я закончил прошлую серию.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
Нихера себе пешка. Типа,
My
сильная
sister
пешка.
Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is
Можно
critical.
пока прилечь,
We
короче.
do not have the luxury for
Пока не будут
Please do
болтать.
not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
В смысле, почему она не может пить чай? Она же вампир всего лишь, а не
Please,
зомби там.
call me Elizabeth.
Элизабет.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Askalon Club.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Askalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and
Близки?
then deciding how to use it.
В каком плане мы близки?
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Askalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful. But I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Askalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Askalon Club.
В смысле даже? Тебя тоже поработил? То есть сделал вампиром какой-то могущественный, древний?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Askalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
Странно видеть, что эта игра выходила в 2018 году. И есть клуб в игре, который не принимает женщин. О, как так? И все в этом клубе мужики, все не конченые, прекрасно.
How old is he? How
Пиздул.
long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Да, он пиздобол, я больше чем уверен. Ему нужно просто показать себя
How
крутым.
powerful is his reach?
The Askalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England.
В Англии.
Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Askalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Priwen has called for a second great hunt.
Да, они уже
of our
неплохо там
kind,
начали.
and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Priwen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Will the guard of Priwen and the Askalon club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Priwen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
Я собираюсь бегать от них, словно дикий зверь.
But the best way to fight them
Там просто
is
не
to
было
put an
ни...
end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord
Да
Redgrave
нет.
be my mate?
I
Господи.
doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Askalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness.
Заебал, ты
I
ее
have
уже
to ask,
спрашивал. Зачем я спросил?
Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Окей.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Askalon club.
Наконец-то.
Play their game.
Я уже просто устал разговаривать.
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Блять.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Почему они так разговаривают, как будто они вместе, я не знаю.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
Ну, будем надеяться.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark
Поцелуйтесь
hours.
на прощание.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Askalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Ну, не знаю.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Ты хочешь
We
меня
may be
запрыгнуть?
deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
О, Господи.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Как она странно одета. Какое-то платье сверху. Какая-то кофточка. Офигеть, сколько мы базарили с ней. Это просто жесть какая-то. Почти 20 минут. Вау. Ну это сильно. Сильно. Мне еще нужно в Уайтчепел забежать. Охренеть, у меня опыта. Новый диалог, я только что вышел оттуда. Так, давайте-ка потом.
Time to visit the Askalon Club.
Время вылечить уайтчепеловцев. Это что, да, мне получается? Да. Так, как он быстро убивает. Подожди. Прекрасно. Да меня-то за шо, алё? Я помогаю наоборот. Короче, не мешайся. Случайно. Драки, в принципе, можно было бы избежать, но не суть. Жесткие ребята.
Recognize him? No. This one ain't on our list. Well, that's one less anyway. It'll make McCullum happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Классно. Куда я вообще пришел? Я не понимаю. Так, ребятки. Кого нужно похилить?
All your problems, as long as you have the money.
А, там вроде как 2 человека.
Has been proven by
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
晚上好, Dr. Reid. It's good to see you
Сао
again.
Сун. Сао Сун. Если не разговаривал, что ли?
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Try not to lose yourself in the process. I've seen patients deny their own pain by focusing on the pain of others.
To be completely honest with you, I am also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew.
Какой-то странный вопрос.
How do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
What are you doing with your time now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reid. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reid. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive this trial, Dr. Reid.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reid. Not at all.
У меня нету?
I will
Блять.
see you later. Goodbye for now.
Как так-то? Так, убежище недалеко. И это то убежище, в которое должен заходить. Прогрузка будет, твою мать. Как удачно. Як удачно. Просто туда. Ясно. Понял. пока это будет. Не, пока спать не буду. Я если посплю, то только после записи. Потому что знаю я эти приколы, что игра может крашнуться. И я сгорю, как обычно. В общем, спешить некуда. Я к этому клоню. Не будем торопиться. Интересно, если пить кровь все-таки у всех всю игру? Персонажа можно будет прокачать прям полностью? Или как это работает? Штукенция. Дариус. Я вообще не хотел, чтобы все так вышло, блин. Эти выборы странные. Куда она пропала? Азиаточка. Фак. Может ее просто подождать, постоять? Или вот она идет? Да.
Good evening.
Wang.
How do you feel? You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Так, теперь у меня остался последний вопрос. Надо найти того чувака, который здесь живет. И попробовать к нему пробиться все-таки. Если не получится, то я не знаю, что делать.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, Miss Suonboro. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Да, она какая-то не очень собеседник, если честно. Так что говорить с ней особого желания и нету вовсе.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Evidence and trickery.
Стоп, не туда. Не та дверь. Но то, что здесь нету быстрого перемещения, прям очень печально. Нет, не туда. Блять. Че, издеваешься? Вы чё такие, блядь, неубиваемые? Вау, это отстой. Блять.
I'll put an end to you!
Да какого?
Clever fucking thing!
Слышь, чмо, иди сюда.
This is my territory!
Да-да-да. Твоя территория, все дела. Ну, какой-то вообще отсосный противник. Чел, ты сейчас умрешь уже скоро. Я надеюсь, с тобой можно будет поговорить?
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Ура.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in. What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour? So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Rid. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed, the eminent surgeon. My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Meyson Suonboro, by the way.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Да как я, блядь, его не сделал? Ну я же просматривал, ебучий случай, я еще думал... Пиздец какой-то, а?
No, not
Ебать.
now. Later, perhaps. And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swan?
I know you assisted Professor Carrel in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
А, это
Loretta is the best and worst
сестра
thing
его,
that
не
happened to me,
жена.
and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Понял.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle
Поддельную.
elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Заебись, зачем он рассказал об этом?
Do you know Braille, Mr. Suonboro?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reid.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
Goodbye, Mr. Suonboro. I'll leave you now.
Ну охренеть!
Gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour.
Ну это уже вне записи придется делать. Зачем мне сейчас, блядь, шастать как придурок туда-сюда, обратно?
It's locked.
Закрыто.
Well, maybe. How do you see the world these days?
Да, слава богу, что не видишь ничего. Тут вообще пизда происходит. Такое лучше не смотреть. Вампиры пожирают наши души. Вампиры пьют нашу кровь, но питаются они нашими душами. Как мы можем быть уверены в том, что люди, которых убили эти мерзкие, грязные существа, попадут в рай? Нет, их тела и их души опорочены. Теперь им место в аду с легионами демонов-кровососов. Вампиры пожирают наши души. Кларенс Кросли. За дополнительной информацией обращайтесь напрямую ко мне. Но, к счастью, врагов тут не так много. Можно спокойно вернуться обратно. Стоп. Кстати, он чё уже там... Или их два было? Ладно, неважно. Хотя тут недалеко бежать. Не знаю даже. Зачем ты телепорт вообще не понимаю? Разработчики случайно его оставили, хотели что-то сделать, но не стали, да? Может, можно было изначально заходить в чьи-то окна? Телепортируясь по таким местам. Кстати, неплохая идея. Вон переулок, кстати, как раз. Опять в убежище грузится нам. Ой, невралгия у него. Я лучше еще раз гляну, иначе сойду с ума. Если не принесу ему лекарства. Я вообще не понимаю, как я без лекарства оказался. Я же делал для всех. Все для всех. Да, невралгия. Самое, кстати, редкое средство. Серьезно? Часы Джонатана можно просто разобрать, как нефиг делать. Но это странно. Я вернусь к нему, потом вернусь обратно. Или я сразу пойду в Вест-Энд. Время еще, кстати, будет у меня дойти до Вест-Энда. Ну, скажем так, его мало осталось. Ладно, ничего страшного. Немножко понервничал и хватит. Я уже думал, игра подвисла.
Suonboro cordial.
Блять. Я заблудился.
When sun
А, я вообще вышел не с той стороны, кстати.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle.
Я все еще думаю о той воде, которой нужно полить цветок. Пока ни хрена не пойму, где ее брать. Блять. Охренеть.
Good evening, Mr. Suonboro.
Is it you, Dr. Reid? Please come in.
О, даже проситься не надо. Какое счастье.
Town at night, you're either brave. What can I do for you, Doctor?
You seem unwell. Actually, yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Suonboro.
Ура, я счастлив.
I'll leave you now.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Ну, Вест-Энд можно вообще пройти здесь, то есть... И тут еще убежище будет. Ну, кстати, это его дом родной, вроде бы. Блин, не может все-таки прокачаться. Мы все равно тут рядом уже. В общем, ладно. В Вест-Энд отправимся в следующей серии. На этом, пожалуй, закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, а главное комментируйте, чтобы я мог с вами общаться. До скорых встреч!